Hey, I'm back. Sorry for my face. I know it's not the best. Um, Kind of embarrassed about it, but there's not really much I can do. Anyway, so I know I haven't posted in a while, and I'm sorry for that. Um, I don't even know where to start, to be quite frank with you. It's been it's been like 9 months since I posted. All right, well, let's get into it, I guess. I mean, I don't know how I'm gonna explain all this because it's gonna take a little bit. That's just for damn sure. So sit back, relax. You can skip any part of the video, whatever you want to do. So, starting. So I know when I was last posting, I was at a hospital. I mean, I'm obviously in one now, but I'm in a different one. Reason being, they found a facility, and that facility, it was great. It was beautiful. Had a pool, had an ocean view. It had a lot of nice clients there. It was amazing. I loved it. I loved the staff. Like, I could get unlimited coffee and unlimited food whenever I wanted. And this is a chunk, okay? I'm chunky. So I wanted food. It was amazing. Anyways, so I was there for 3 days. I was at the hospital before that for 3 months, waiting on placement, and I'll get to why that's taken so long in a minute. Um, but yeah, I was at the facility for 3 days. And then I got kicked out, not because I did anything bad. It wasn't like I didn't get into a fight, I didn't hurt anybody. I didn't do like behavioral stuff, like it wasn't my fault. So I might get my vitals checked in a minute, so I'm just yeah, I don't know. Okay, anyways. So you guys know I have Crohn's and I'm dealing with GI issues. Um Damn. Wow. I started bleeding. I passed a clot. Hasn't happened in a long time. I mean, there a long time since then. I have a lot of stuff to go over in this video. Anyways, so yes, that happened. And then they saw it. They thought I was bleeding out. They wanted to call 911. And I said, no, don't do that. It's not an emergency. Like, I'm not deceased. I'm not unconscious. Like, I'm fine. I'm walking. But they called 911 anyways. And I told them just do a BLS. Basic Life Services Ambulance. Like, air care, AMR, like, whatever. But no. They decided to call 911, and I was like, well, it's not right, because it's not an emergency. Anyways, they called 911, they came. It was funny, because I used to go to high school for a little bit near that facility. And I got taken from the paramedics from that high school, like, all the time. It was a mess. Which, that'll be in another video. But the same paramedics that have picked me up there picked me up at the facility. And I was like, oh god, this is not going to end well. And I said, hey, we're just going to call him Jimmy John. I said, hey, Jimmy John. I was like, he's like, what happened this time? I'm like, well, I'm bleeding. And they called 911, and I told him not to, so don't yell at me. Yeah, they got yelled at. The chief was like, hey, this is not an emergency. Like, if he's unconscious, no pulse, like CPR, AED, shocking, like, bleeding, head injury, like, open wounds, like, that's different. But this is something that he lives with. If he's telling you not to call 911, but you still insist to go to a hospital to get checked out, which is fine, and I agree with that. But, no, they called 911. So, Fire Chief, next time you call 911, he better be dead. But, like, not he better be dead, but he better be, like, he better be bleeding, and this better be a real emergency. Because it's not an emergency. You're taking us up from other calls. And that's what I want to make clear in this video, okay? Like, and don't worry, he didn't say he better be dead, that just came out. I didn't mean to say that. So, yeah, ignore that part. But they took me. It was like maybe like 5-10 minute ride to the hospital. And I sat in the lobby. I mean, they were overfilled, and I understood that. But the thing that I do not like, okay, I felt bad because I vomited blood in the bathroom, and they took me back right away, and I felt bad because I was like, did I just take a bed from someone else? Like, I even went to the nurse. I'm like, hey, I don't mind waiting. Like, this is normal. Just give me an emesis bag. I'll go in the corner where no one's at, and it'll be fine. You can put me in one of the exam rooms or like in the hallway somewhere where I'm not taking a bed for someone who's like broken their leg or something like that. I didn't know what was going on, and she's like, no, you need to go back because we need to get an IV in you. We need to give you fluids. And we need to check your blood count. I'm like, okay, cool. So I got to the ER in my room. I loved the room. It had a surgical light. And let me tell you this. I love the surgical lights. And I'm talking like love the surgical lights. Like I want one for my room. I want to buy one myself. And put it in my room. Just for decoration. Just because. Specifically one from the 1900s. But that's another video. But so I got to the room, and the doctor came in, and now I'm an ex-addict. So, like, I only do opioids if it's, like, the last resort. Now, I'm allergic to morphine, so otherwise that would have been, like, my first choice before Dilaudid. Like, no, I'm not doing Dilaudid. Last year, when I was in the hospital before, the last hospital, like I said, I had severe pancreatitis. I was getting 0.4 Q2 hours. We had to put it Q4 because I was too sedated. So I said, let's try Tylenol. I'll just take Tylenol. I can't take NSAIDs because of the Crohn's. So I was like, okay, let's just take Tylenol. Let's just take Tylenol. No problem. So they come in with 2 massive tablets, and I'm like, I'm not swallowing that. We need to crush that. Now, this might be the reason why I threw it up, but I'm not about to mix, like, crushed Tylenol with, like, unsweetened applesauce. I'm sorry, no, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. I've done that once before. It was with a different med, but I was like, I'm not doing that again. So, I just crushed it, put it in water, and downed it. It was disgusting, but it went down, okay? A few minutes later, I vomited a clot. Like, it's just, like, a black clot. It came out. And they're like, well, there's white pieces in there. The Tylenol obviously got thrown up. And I'm like, so what do we do now? Can you do IV Tylenol? And they're like, no. I'm like, okay, so what else are we going to do? If I have to duct tape heat pads to my stomach to avoid the opioids, that's exactly what I'm going to do because I'm an ex-addict. And I had them put that in my chart in big, bold, red letters because I do not want narcotics. Well, the doctor comes in and he's like, so you threw up the Tylenol? I was like, yeah, so? Do it IV. He's like, what pain meds have worked for you in the past? And I start naming Tylenol, lidocaine patches, lidocaine gel, Bentyl, GABA. And he's like, but those are all oral. I'm like, everything but the Tylenol. And I know it's expensive. Like, one dose of Tylenol is like $1,000. Like, it's freaking expensive. And narcotics are cheaper. I don't know how cheap, but I know they're a lot cheaper than Tylenol. Doesn't make sense to me. Like, you're fighting the opioid pandemic and you want to, like, raise the prices of a non-opioid, but then you want to give narcotics because they're cheaper. Anyways. So the doctor's like, I think you should get Dilaudid. And I was like, we're not doing this. No. He's like, well, would you rather be in pain? I said, no. But also, did you read my chart? He's like, yeah, I know. And I'll give you a low dose. You won't get addicted. And I'm like, okay. One-time dose, that's fine. He said, no, I'm going to do it PRN, Q6 hours. I was like, fine. I didn't even care because I was starting to get tired. I was like, you know, whatever. Just do it. Don't care. Okay. A low dose of frickin' Dilaudid to him was 0.5. Not 0.2, not 0.3, not 0.1, 0.5. And I was like, and I just took an explanation here. So, 0.1 milligrams of Dilaudid is like, I think it's like 8 times more potent than morphine. So, for him to give me 0.5, no. I was like, I got the euphoria effect, but I was upset. I was like, get me some coffee. Get me some coffee. Like, I need coffee, so get me coffee. Because I do not... Because I know my body. When they give it to me, I get dependent. And then I start requesting it. Like that video when I posted about my lap chole? Yeah, guess what? I told him to take me off of it because I was getting dependent. And I recognized that. I was like, I'm not doing that. We're not going through this. Can you just put the PRN, like PRN, not like PCA, like maybe Q6, Q4, Q8, something, to hold me over until it heals? And they said yes. But anyways. So, I'm in the ER for like 24 hours, okay? And then I go to a separate ED unit. Not going to say the name because for a HIPAA violation and my privacy, I'm not going to say it. Yeah, I was there for like a week, waiting on a bed. To be fair, like this is like, I didn't mind waiting because I'm used to being in the hospital. So I just got my stuffed animals, my electronics, and just chilled and slept when I took the, Dilaudid. And then I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. I'll just keep going to sleep. And so a week later, I hear, oh, you got a bed. So I go up, just bump my IV. Oops. So I go upstairs to the unit, and so today is 5/19/2023. Okay. Hang on, there's a... Okay. So yeah, today is the 19th. Okay. I'm gonna tell you guys my admission date. November 26th, 2022. On Friday, it'll be 6 months that I have been at this hospital. So I know I haven't posted in a long time. And I don't know. I feel like I should... I'm just gonna put it in the whole video. Or maybe... Yeah, I'm just gonna put it all in one video. So... I've been here 6 months. It'll be 6 months on Friday, okay? Now, this hospital is an upgrade from the hospital I was at. Like, I don't know if you guys could tell how small my room was, but you know how normally in hospitals, like, there's room on both sides of the bed in case of, like, an emergency? My room was the size of a walk-in closet. I had a private bathroom, which was good. That was good. But they had public showers. Now, I showered every day in there as much as I could. Because I don't know about you guys, but showers is my escape. I have a waterproof speaker that I bring in there with me. So, yes. Anyway, so this hospital's an upgrade. I have a fridge. Okay. I have a desk. Private bath and private shower. Some other rooms have big TVs, some don't. My room is bigger than a studio. Like, maybe a little bit bigger than a studio apartment. Yep. And storage. And they have cream puffs. Like, I am telling you, they have cream puffs. Food here is amazing. Food service is excellent. Staff service is excellent. So it's an upgrade. Now, on that fact that, yeah, it's good here, I want to get out, okay? But I can't. I can't. And I'm conserved by the county where I live. So, and I'll post a video on what conservatorship is, like my experience with it. But I'm just going to tell you a little bit about it, just to kind of paint the picture here. So when you're conserved, you can't own a vehicle that goes more than 40 miles an hour, okay? Oh, and you get SSI, which, I mean, that's great, but you don't get all of it. Someone manages your money for you. And if you they have savings for you. It's basically a bank that saves it, but it's like privately owned that helps you manage the money. And I was like, oh yeah, sure, that sounds great, you know, that's fine. I'm getting $51 a month. Like, yeah, everything's provided, but like, I have no social interaction. So, yeah, I'm gonna spend it on shit. Like, I'm gonna spend it on a whole bunch of stuff. Like, I have a unicorn, which I'll set up in the background. I'm gonna create like a little studio over there. But, yeah, and that right there, that thing, it's a ellipse that's built into the ceiling. Anyways, so, sorry, just gonna read this. Alright. So, yeah. And the county chooses where you live. And you're supposed to go to court every 6 months, 6 months to a year, to attest to your conservatorship. But I haven't gone once. And I've been conserved since 2021. And I don't have my medical rights. So every single procedure that I go through that requires, I think they do require it for light sedation, but I know they also require it for, like, full sedation. Basically, they need consent from the court. So somebody from the court physically comes out, asks you, hey, do you want this? Are you okay with this? If you are, it'll make things easier. If you're not, it's going to make things a little bit more difficult. So, depending on your answer, they'll just go take it to court, file paperwork, and they'll just give consent. Now, however, if it's a life or death emergency, they can get consent later. So, like, when I needed iron, so I got, I think, 1,100 to 1,200 milligrams of IV iron over the course of 3 days. Okay, so, I mean, I'm a hard stick, so this was ultrasound guided. But IR, interventional radiology, came up and, well, tried a midline twice, couldn't get it. Tried ultrasound guided IV, failed, could not get it. Okay, and I'm just sitting here like, okay, I'm not a human pincushion. So I told the doctor, I'm like, hey, can we just do a PICC line? He's like, you want a PICC line? I said, yes, I'll do it without sedation. Like, I don't care. Just numb it up and just do it. I do not care. You don't have to give me anything. And he said, I'll ask the nurse to figure it out. And so they said, all the doctor has to do is put difficult vascular access in the chart. Got it done. That same day that we spoke about it. So I had that for 3 days. They drew labs. So that was that. I want to get out of here. I do. I want to. But I can't. So it's tough because I'm alone. There's no one with me. I used to have a sitter, but now I don't. I'm stuck. And they're looking for facilities. That's part of the reason why I've been here for so long, is because no one's accepting me. It took 3 months to find a facility in the county I live in. Denied me. That was the only one that was considering me. And then they looked out of county, and according to my case manager, all facilities out of county denied me. They denied me. So now they're looking at skilled nursing facilities. And I'm 20 years old. And I'm going to a frickin' sniff. Not for short term. Long term. And like, I'm 20 years old. Like, I need to live my life. Like, I am fine. If Lightfully would have never called an ambulance, like, I would be fine. Like, I'm fine. But, and right now the county and the hospital's fighting back and forth. I'll get into that in another video. But, like, really? 6, excuse my French, fucking months. And it took 3 months to find one facility that was considering me? Like, what's gonna happen when... Like, how long is it gonna take to find another one? That's my question. So, yeah. I'm stuck. I only go outside 15 minutes daily, except when I have visitors. So... Yep. Now, tomorrow, I don't know if I'm going to post the video tomorrow or Sunday. I might set it for Sunday. I'm not sure. Anyways, so, my cat, Cosmo, I have a picture. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but I do have a picture of my cat. I'm just pulling up my phone. So, that's my cat. Can you, I don't know how well you can see it. I don't know how to share a screen. So that's my cat, okay. She is coming tomorrow. Okay. So, yep. Yeah, so that'll be good. I'll try and film a video there with my cat. I'll probably do a YouTube short. So yeah, that's all I really have for today. It's an update. I know I didn't post for a while, so I was getting myself together. So yeah. Yep, so I will talk to y'all later. Subscribe if you haven't already. Much appreciated. The support, it just helps with knowing that someone's actually there listening. If you have a chronic illness, I do want to say I respect you. I give you kudos, because living with a chronic illness myself, I understand your pain. I do. And no matter what happens, it won't be easy. I will tell you that much. It will not be easy. Whether it's mental illness, a physical illness. But you gotta get through this, okay? You can't give up. It's not worth it. So, if you need anything, drop a comment or email me. I'll add my email in the description. I'm going to film a couple more videos tonight if I have time. So yep, that's it. Hope you liked it. I had fun talking with you guys. I'll talk to y'all later. I'm trying to think. I don't think I have anything else. I'm gonna fix up an actual studio back here tonight. So don't worry about that. I'll fix it up. Alright, nothing upcoming except I will try and post a couple of pictures on my Instagram. I'll leave a link to my Instagram down in the description below. So, yeah. That way you can follow me with my cat, with everything I do. And the company I'm starting. That's more to come. Anyways, peace out. Survive to thrive. That's all I'm going to say, is survive to thrive no matter how hard it is. I know it's hard. I've been there. I've been in Rapids. I've been in Codes. I've been in Trauma. I've been in a Medivac helicopter. So, don't let the enemy win. Don't. Alright? I know I keep saying it, but peace. Subscribe, please.